Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Be Human Again. I am Ohaka Okechukwu.
And my name is Isi Michaels.
Today we want to talk about last will and testament. Why and when to make a will. There are many misconceptions when it comes to the subject of making a will. And lots of commonly asked questions, such as, is writing a will when I'm young important?
Yes.
Do I need a will? How do you make a will?
Now, these questions are things that they are questions that we face every day when it comes to will. And to answer the first one, is it important for me to make a will when I'm young? The answer is a simple yes. It is very important, absolutely important, that you write your will, no matter how old you are. Well, according to the Wills Act of 1854, it states that anybody above 18 years is old enough to write a will. You are old enough to have it. No matter what you think you have, no matter the amount of assets you think you have or you don't have, you are old enough to write your will.
Do I need a will? To an average Nigerian, the idea of making a will is often interpreted as one, inviting death, or it means that one is about to die. But in reality, a will, or rather making a will, is as important as gathering wealth or acquiring an asset. So whoever you are, wherever you are, it is important to make a will. There are tons of reasons why you should write a will. First of all, to determine how your asset or wealth is shared. To avoid your properties being shared by people who you don't want to get access to your properties. In this case, the people who will share your will when you live, people who will share your assets when you die without dropping a will is the government. I don't know who and who wants the government to share their wealth for them. You don't know where the wealth will go to. Anyway, I won't go into that part. To avoid your family members fighting each other, suing each other to court over the things you have left behind. If you had left a will, it will be read and everyone will follow it as it is. But if you die without dropping a will, what will happen? Your family members will fight over what's left behind, and even people who shouldn't
Get access to it.
will come in to claim brother, sister, uncle, auntie.
Things that don't know where it came from.
Meanwhile, you could have just left it for your
Somebody
children,
that suffered from somebody that knows
where you're coming from.
exactly.
Maybe a divorced spouse, someone who you had left,
A long
far,
time
long
ago,
time
and
ago, just come out from nowhere
start claiming rights to all
and
those
claim
things.
access to your will. To avoid stories that touch,
Exactly.
that's what I write down. To avoid stories that touch, and then to give yourself peace of mind before. Do they have peace of mind after death?
I don't know.
You have not died before.
I've not died before.
To have peace of mind even before your death, even if you're sick and you're in your sick bed, you have peace of mind knowing that everything is in place and nothing will go wrong.
Now, when we started out 3 questions to be answered, 3 frequently asked questions about making a will. The first one was, is it important to write a will at a young age?
Do I need a will?
And now, how do you make a will? This is the third question and the most important questions. Now, before you make a will, before you make a move to writing your will, there are some technologies that you should be familiar with. The first one is the testator. The testator is the owner of the assets, the person that wants to share his or her properties.
The big man.
The big man. Now we have the beneficiaries. The beneficiaries are the people that are going to benefit from these assets. And we have the executors. These are the people, the trusted, close friends or families.
Mostly lawyers.
That will have protection over the assets and the will when you are gone. There are people that make sure that whatever you say in your will be executed. Now, when you want to make your will, for a will to be valid, the testator must be of a sound mind and must be making the will without any duress. He must be voluntarily in his right sense to make that will. If you are under duress, if somebody is pressuring you to write your will, then that will is invalid. Another thing is, a will has to be handwritten. It has to be written down. Whether it's handwritten, whether it's typed, it has to be written down. If it's oral, it's not abiding. It's invalid. Now that written will must have the signature of the testator and of two witnesses. Two witnesses, they must sign this will. Now, these witnesses must not be a beneficiary. You cannot be a beneficiary and be a witness also. It doesn't work that way. It cannot be possible. Why? Because you might influence the writing of the will if you are a beneficiary and you're a witness. And also, to ensure confidentiality, a beneficiary cannot be a witness. So a witness has to be somebody outside the family, somebody that is not a beneficiary. We have to be a witness. Now, every will, once it's written down, must include the names and address of the testator and the beneficiaries. Now, in some cases, the beneficiary, one or two of the beneficiary might be underaged. Then the name and address of the guardian will be included in this will. And also the assets of this testator, all the properties that the person wants to be shared among the beneficiary must be listed according to how he or she wants them to be shared. Now, there's a very important part here. Maybe along the line, a beneficiary, might do something to, a son might do something to provoke a father, might become a prodigal son or something, and the father will be like, no, I'm not do it again. I'm not giving this man this thing I wanted to give him before. I want to change my will. There's a process. It is called codicy. Codicy is whenever you want to make a change to your will, any alteration that you want to do to your will, you use the process called codicy. If the person, maybe a beneficiary dies before the testator can decide to change the will. You use the process called codicy. Once these things that I mentioned are included, written down and signed, then your will is valid and ready to be executed. But as I was saying all this, I was thinking, no, the person will get money the right way. If I don't have money, who am I writing a will to? I have not eaten and I want to write a will to somebody. I don't understand. Like now, I have 500 in my account and I'm writing a will. Who am I writing the will for? What am I willing to anybody that I'm...
Show us your...
No, you don't need to see it. You don't need to see it.
But on a more serious note, it doesn't matter how much you think you have, whether you have 500 naira or you have millions. It's very important for you to write a will.
I think so.
While we were, doing our research, by the way, I'm sure you'll be thinking, which one of them is a lawyer? And which one of them is an authority in this kind of thing? Well, we saw this topic and thought about it. This is something that we Africans don't usually talk about.
We don't talk about it.
We
don't want to discuss it.
We decided to discuss it. We decided to talk about it and to bring it to your notice. So, while we were doing this research, I learned a new word, intestate. What does it mean again?
When you die without a will.
Oh, yeah, that's what it means. So, imagine you had 500 naira in your account.
Like I do.
Or you have, he's lying, or you have 10,000 naira, or 20,000 naira. Or peradventure, you had conducted a business and the money hadn't come in before your demise, and you died. The money came in after you had died. Would you rather the government or the customary, that's the word I saw when I was doing research, by the way.
Okay.
Would you rather the government share your wealth, whatever it is you have left behind,
to whoever they deem fit,
to whoever they desire to share it to?
Right.
Come on. So go ahead. Write your will. The idea of writing a will is not a curse.
It is not.
And it's not an invitation to death either. So, we encourage you to write your will. Bros, no best. Have you written your will?
I'm not actually. Well, I'm
and you're here telling me to write their will.
Well, till we see you next time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the channel and turn on the notification so that you will be alerted whenever we drop any of our hot and freshly spicy videos. But for right now, we need to go and write our will.
Let's go and write our will. Bye.
See you.